It's Friday. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us again on our semi-precious stones journey. I hope you will take it with us. We're going to learn a lot of things about why we should use semi-precious stones in our work and making jewelry, how it adds value to our work, and it really is good-looking stuff, and it really doesn't cost a lot either. Some people think, oh, semi-precious stones, it's going to be lots of money, this and that. It doesn't have to be. Really doesn't have to be. So before I get started, I would like to please ask you, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, would you please do it? I would love it if you'd do it. That would help us out a little bit. Also, if you give us a thumbs up, that would help us out a little bit too. So if you like what we do, leave us a thumbs up. Also, if you'd leave us a kind comment, those comments mean the world to me. You don't know. Last week we got so many comments and they were wonderful, and I enjoyed responding to everyone. So I hope this week we'll do as well or better than we did last week. Those comments and the likes and the subscribing and all that, it doesn't cost a dime. It's a click, basic, or a few keystrokes. So if you don't mind doing that, it'll help us out a lot, because we need to get our videos seen by more people. So tell your friends too. Okay, so back to the journey. Last week we just kind of did an introduction to it. This week I'm going to talk about something specific, because we're going to go stone by stone. So I thought maybe we'd start with the Jaspers, because I love Jasper and I tend to gravitate toward Jasper for the website, different ones, and I hope to try a lot of new ones too. And it's fascinating to learn about it. I discovered that the name Jasper is actually a Persian word that goes back to antiquity, and I guess where Persia was is modern day Iran. So that's just a little tidbit there. Jasper is usually not terribly expensive. I looked up and it said maybe $1 to $5 per carat for ones like braceated Jasper and the more common ones. Our Jasper is certainly not expensive, and it's got that wonderful heft, and it's got so much detail in it, that I just really appreciate all that. So anyway, Jasper is opaque generally, and it's an impure variety of silica, usually red, brown, yellow, green, hardly ever blue. The name means spotted or speckled stone, which that's what it is. So if it's rarely blue, why is this blue? Why is this purple? Well, first, these are what you call, this one's more like an aquaterra or blue sediment stone jasper. This is a purple sediment stone jasper, and they are dyed. Okay, nothing wrong with dyeing a stone, by the way. Okay, it just enhances the color. Lots of stones are dyed, and it's permanent. It's quite permanent, and you don't have to worry about, you think dyed like fabric, it's going to come off on your skin or it's going to fade or whatever. No, it's not like that. It's just enhanced, and sometimes it's also enhanced by heat as well. I'm not sure if that's how they do these, but this is definitely dyed. For a fact, it's dyed. And this is impression jasper, they call it, or sea sediment, or aquaterra, or whatever. There's a lot of different words for it. I like aquaterra for the blue because it's kind of romantic to me. I think I like that name. But basically, this type of jasper is barely jasper tall. It's formed from fragments of stone that are assembled with resin and finished off and polished nicely, drilled out. They have the feel of stone the whole way. They're cold like stone, so there's stone in them. But they are not 100% jasper. Does that mean they're no good? Absolutely not. They're handsome stones. They're good looking, and that's why I'm buying these. Okay, over all things, of course, I want a decent quality stone. It's not full of cracks and chips and stuff like that. But I'm looking for stuff that's looking good and doesn't cost a whole lot and will look really good in our mounts and our brass and all that, or any of that sort of stuff that you've got. Or if you like to do wire wrap, that's also another possibility with it. So that's why I buy the impression jaspers. And this is impression jasper. I'm going to see what else I've got here. This impression jasper. I don't think this one's on the site yet, but this is beautiful. This one, and this is impression jasper. Also, sea sediment, really. So you can read more on that if you want. There's a lot of information on Google. Just don't get yourself all confused. But it's a very beautiful stone, and it still comes in the stone, category. Very, very nice stuff. I love working with it. For example, too, I've got these stones. They're what you call bronzite and simulated turquoise. But when you look at this really closely, you know it's full of resin. You can feel it. It's still a little bit cold, but you can feel it. And there's bits of foil in here, too. Now, it's still classified with the semi-precious, and that's where you'll find it on our website. But it's not terribly expensive, and it's really good looking. So, anyway, bronzite and simulated turquoise is this stone. Okay, let's see. What else can I tell you? I wanted to tell you that some of the more desirable jasper types are brachiated jasper. You've probably heard these words before. Brachiated jasper, Dalmatian, Kambaba jasper, Mookite. Maybe you can help me with that one. That's from Mooka Creek in Australia. Bumblebee jasper. Oh, do I love that. Now, that one costs a little more, and I haven't bought any yet, but I will. And we'll just see where you go with it. I might end up with it for myself. I don't know. But I love it. It's almost like banded agate in appearance. But it's the bumblebee colors. It's just so cheery and pretty and bright, so you like it. Also, there's rainforest jasper, which is interesting. But it's not, that's another one. It's not truly jasper. It's more a rhyolite. So it's not a simulated stone. It's just, it comes from another family, so to speak, but they're calling it jasper. There's porcelain jasper, which is creamy white with black veins, so it looks like it's fragments of china that's been, banded together with colored, I don't know. It's not resin. It's just, maybe it's hematite or something that formed in the rock. It's very pretty and very different. It's a striking stone. Then there's zebra jasper. That explains itself, right? It looks like zebra. Imperial jasper or emperor jasper is very rare. And normally you'll find it peach, pistachio, sage to maybe even a little bit of blue. And also another one is ocean jasper. Not to be confused with sea sediment, which is really not a true jasper. Ocean jasper is very smooth and is very natural, and it costs a bit more. Okay, so those are some of the desirable jasper types that I read about lately, and you could probably find more, and if you do, please let us know. Okay, so there are also rough red jaspers you get from Arizona. The brachiated red jasper is the one that a lot of people are familiar with. The Mookite is a type of jasper that you find in Western Australia in a creek that is out there. Mooka Creek, I think you said that. I wanted to tell you, too, that word brachiated. I think I'm saying brachiated. I should have looked it up first. I didn't. Anyway, if you find that a curious word, what it means is there are fragments of stone in the earth that kind of meld together and bind, sometimes with hematite stone or even quartz, almost like a glue. Not a glue, it's not a glue, but it just makes you think of a glue, and it's just all melded together, like glued together but not glued. It's naturally occurring. That's the way it comes. So that's what that means. And also in mineral formation, a lot of the jasper is considered quartz infused with iron and inclusions. Some say chalcedony, which is kind of like a quartz, which we'll find out more about that later. The hardness of most real jaspers are 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs scale, And that's just a scale that is used by a lot of jewelers and semi-precious stones people, rock people, whatever, to gauge how hard that rock is. Now 6.5 by 7 is by no means a soft stone. It's not a soft stone. Okay, it's hard enough but not super hard. Okay, so it's a sturdy stone, I guess would be a good way to say it. And you find jaspers in the US, Egypt, Brazil, Australia, India, Canada, Russia, Uruguay, Madagascar, and Kazakhstan. And I'm sure there are others too. So if you got yourself one of these books, The Gemstones of the World, Jasper in this book is all over the place, so you got to go looking for it a bit. But it does show you some here on this page, which is 163. And you can see, like, for example, this is zebra jasper here. And this is mukite. And this is brecciated. So you can see it's the pieces, and they're just kind of all formed together. But this is not simulated. This is not man-made in any way. This happens in the ground. Let's see what else we got here. 13 banded jasper. I like that. I like anything banded, so I'm very favorable to agate type stones too. Like the bumblebee jasper looks a bit like agate, but it's not. Let's see what else we got. Zebra jasper, we talked about that. There's yellow jasper in here, which is this one, of course. And just all kinds. So 162 to 163, there's a lot. If you look back in the index in the back and just look up jasper, we'll have all the pages where anything about jasper occurs, and there are quite a few. You might enjoy looking at it and learning a little bit more about it. But for the most part, for me, I'm looking for stuff that is not super pricey and that looks really good, is striking to look at. So I feel really like these, although they are like simulated formed jasper type things. Sorry if it made a bunch of noise scratching around. I should have picked it up. But anyway, they're still jasper, and people consider them that way, although they're not a true jasper. And that's why they're not terribly expensive. These fans cost, I think, $39.95, which means, oh, that's a lot of money. No, it's not, because each one of these little pieces can be made into pendant or into earrings, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. So I'm going to take these aside and put them over here. And maybe they won't make a lot of noise. Okay, now these are true jaspers. These are formed in, we talked about this one last week. This is a leopard skin jasper. She's going to show me. Okay. So these are leopard skin. Some people call leopard skin jasper from a rhyolite. And I can see that, having had some rhyolite before in the past, but these still really considered to be a jasper, and I love them. You can see the difference between them. Now, these two here look like almost flowers in there, forming. And this one's really yellow. And it's got, I don't know, a little bit looks like agate a little bit, but that's to me, what do I know? And this one, of course, I'm going to move this quietly, I hope. Yeah. This one's picture jasper. That's a true jasper, and it comes all kinds of different ways. And no two are ever alike. It's a fascinating stone, that's for sure. And I've carried picture jasper off and on for a long time. Now this one, this is bronzite and something else I can't remember right now. But anyway, they were calling it jasper. This is like maybe in your dreams jasper. This is handmade, formed, it's got resin in it, you can feel it. That's got resin, but it's also a bit cold. So there is real stone in it, but it's just stone particles. So it's kind of, to me, like when they say the brecciated jasper, how it is as little parts, it's all formed together, and there's hematite holding it together, hematite, and then the quartz and all that, but that's naturally occurring. No man did that. A man did this. People do this. When we make our little, cabs and stuff with resin, sometimes we do things like this. We throw stuff down on them, and this is kind of kind of like that, yet it's got stone in it. Those little fragments are stone. They're not, but they're just little loose bits is all. Okay, so that's enough for that. Now we want to talk, what could you do with this stuff? What can you do with these sticks? Well, I was last night wrapping it, and I found I could make some lovely pendants here with it. I could make a connector with it. This is 20 gauge wire. Now, Javi says she thinks that it might be better to use a 22 gauge because the 20 I had was artistic wire, and it had the antique brass coloration to it, and it this stuff. And she said she thought perhaps it was the color of it that made it a little tougher. I don't know. A lot of times I use beadsmith, and maybe it's, I don't know, the copper they used or whatever. It just, beadsmith seems a little softer than this. So, you might want to try a 22, maybe have them both on hand for wrapping. And she likes to double wrap them and put the 2 strands back through the hole, so the 22 would work better for that. This being skinnier, can get through. So anyway, I made some of these things, and I was just thinking, well, how am I going to do this? What do I want to do? So here's what I made real quickly, and then I'm going to have Javi wrap a stone for you. Okay? So she's going to wrap some of these sticks. This is what I did. I took the sticks and I wrapped them with this stuff, which I don't think we even have at the site. I just found it in my stash, and it's 20 gauge. I just wrapped it however I could, and I tried to wrap it on both ends. Now, it's not drilled top to bottom, so I had to roll it real close to the bottom and get it tight, and then I could connect it. So that's what I did. I connected my sticks, and then I have this drop here. Now, these sticks, if you want to know where to get them, the sticks are at the website right now. And these pendants here, like this, those are in our Etsy shop right now. And Javi will leave you, she'll leave you a little link for that so you can find it. We've got a bit of this stuff in an Etsy store right now. We did that this week because we were having website problems, and we thought, well, we'll just instead of trying to put it on a website and fighting with it, we just put it over on Etsy. And then the website problems got solved. Everything is fine now. It's running like a top. So do come and see us at bsupertakes.com. Okay. So she's going to show you. She actually wrapped this one too, but I don't have any more of this kind of stone here, the pendant. So she'll just do what she does.
I'm going to be showing you guys how to wrap this little pendant here with a hole on the side. They're top drilled. So I cut some 20 gauge wire, and I cut about like 12 inches a foot of wire. So I'm just going to put this in the middle. Oh wait, no, not in the middle. I'm going to make a little loop at the end. So we're just going to make a little loop at the end. This is your bail. Hopefully I'm in the camera. So you see you made a little loop. And then you're going to put the wire in the stone. And then we're going to try to make this go upwards a little bit. Kind of have to pinpoint where this goes. There we go. There we go. And then you just fold this across the other side. I'm going to try to zoom in here. See how that folded over? And then we're going to just start wrapping it. See how I did that? Just wrapped it over. Just keep wrapping it. You can do it tightly, or you could just do it like not so tight, but have a little bit of space. We're just gonna keep wrapping it. And if you wanted to do like a little extra wraps here at the end, you can, or just one wrap, either way. So I'll just do one little loop here, and I'll go back and make some more loops. Just keep wrapping it.
You can do it!
And then you can make another little loop at the end. all with your hands. Or if it's easier for you, you can always lift this up this way and make a little loop. So I'm going to do it with these pliers right here. And I'm probably just going to cut it right there. I might have to lift it up a little bit. Trim it right there. And then I'm just going to flatten everything down. This is a little tricky at the end when you're trying to flatten everything down.
Mm-hmm. You can get it though.
But you can get it, yeah. So I made like a little double loop there.
I love that.
See that?
Very pretty.
And if you want more wire to cover the holes, you can. Just got to cut a little bit more off. Or just keep wrapping and make a loop at the end. So that's your little pendant.
And that's basically the same way as you would do with the pear-shaped ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pear-shaped, yeah.
Side drilled at the top.
Yeah, they're the same way. So that's how that goes. There's other ways to do it, but we'll show you more.
Okay, guys, so that was really nice seeing Javi wrap this stick. See, that's the point. You know, you get that big fan and you can wrap those sticks. You could use silver wire, copper wire, bronze, black, whatever, and make them look however you want. And these make really cool, just a single pendant on a simple chain. Younger people like simple things like this. And you could probably take that, once you get used to making them, you could take it, probably make a bunch of them, take to the show and sell them for $10-15, and man, could you make a lot of money off of one of those fans, because there's so much there. Or you know, you could go to more trouble and make a big tassel and all this other stuff, but really this is a great way to go. And also you could also get two of them and wrap them like this, same length, and then make them in earrings. Those would be dramatic. You'd like that. Okay, so basically that's what I wanted to share with you today about Jasper. We have a lot of this Aquaterra, Blue Impression, whatever Jasper at the site, but we also have the picture Jasper, and we have the leopard skin Jasper. I think we might have some Dalmatian as well. In the past, I've had almost every Jasper that was on that list, just about everyone except for the real expensive ones. So you might want to explore Jaspers, and if you'd like to explore them with us, we're trying to get more and more on the site. Like I said, we got a little speed bump this week, but we're doing okay now, so we hope you'll come over and shop, because we did get a bunch of stuff on, not just semi-precious, but lots of other good stuff. So right now, we've got deals this week. There's a 10% off 50 coupon code, and there's a 25% off 100 coupon code. Now this is this week, which today is August 11th? Okay, 2023, and that's ending this weekend by Monday. It'll be good through Monday coming. And if you forget what the codes are, we now have this nice pink bar at the top that goes right through, and it reminds you of them, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't know what my code is. It's right there, and you'll be able to grab it that way. So we hope you'll come and see us. Please leave us some comments. I can't wait to see what you have to say. Do you like my necklace? I hope so. Tell me, even if you don't, or make a suggestion, whatever. Just let's talk. And don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to our channel. And I hope you'll come shopping at bisouboutiques.com, my website that I've had since 1997, only now it's all new. So come and see the new website. All right, thank you so much for coming today, and we'll wait till next time and see what we got.
Bye.
Bye.